Warning! This video is going to help you make your first $100,000 wholesaling real estate. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick Ginn here.
And today we want to help you get $100,000 your first year wholesaling real estate. The honest truth is you are overthinking and overcomplicating wholesaling houses. Making your first $100,000 in this business is not luck at all. It comes down to an actual game plan in the right market with the right efforts, with the right inputs in this business. They're going to lead you to success. A lot of people think wholesaling real estate is all about having the perfect luck and just being a lucky person that's going to make you successful. When the truth is that is not how this business works. This business works when you go out here, put the efforts, do the right things, and you'll start making a ton of money in wholesaling real estate.
So guys, the truth of making your first $100,000 in wholesaling is 100% within your control. You have to take ownership and you have to drive the behavior, the actions that will lead you there. Yes, sometimes depending on what market you are and the level of effort you put into it, but mostly you are 100% in control. And as long as you accept responsibility and you take precise, consistent action every day in wholesaling, 100 grand is 100% doable. So let's dive in and get into the specifics on how to get your first $100,000 in wholesaling real estate. So the first thing you got to understand is the difference between ROI, return on investment, and ROT, which is a return on time. You probably haven't heard the latter of it. The reality is a lot of you don't have money. So to do an evaluation on a return on investment is literally just a waste of your time. So what you need to do is you're going to use your sweat equity muscle and you are going to put in a ton of time in this business. So as you get more proficient in solving problems and get better at pulling lists and connecting with motivated sellers, you can measure your return on time, which means what a task that took you 4 hours, maybe you can cut it down to 2 hours, eventually to an hour, and maybe to 30 minutes. That's a great way to get started in wholesaling to calculate your ROT, since let's face it, most of you are starting out with no money. And an ROI is not a math problem. You can figure it out. You've got to figure out how to use your time best. That's why we want you to calculate your ROT.
So the two things to focus on with your ROT, your return on time, especially when you're broke, is going to be number one, digital Bandit signs. We're just posting ads on Craigslist and Facebook groups, which cost no money at all, and going out here and reverse drawing for dollars. Again, the reason why we're saying this right now is because the amount of time you put in versus the return you get back is way better than calling or texting sellers right now. Now, I love cold calling, I love texting, but right now the ultimate leverage for getting deals when you have no money by getting the best return on the time you put in this business is just gonna be posting on Craigslist groups and Facebook groups and going out here and just putting sticky notes on the door. Put sticky notes on the door when you're getting inbound leads. I mean, the ability is to put headphones in, chill out, drive around ugly houses on pre-foreclosures, code violations, and just put a sticky note saying, hey, my name's Zach, I'm looking to buy a couple houses in the area for cash, are going to lead you the best success in wholesaling real estate. Now you might be like, oh my gosh, what if they answer the sticky note? Well, guess what? If they answer the dang sticky note, you're just going to say, hey, my name is Zach and me and my partner are looking to buy a couple houses for cash. Well, no, you put a sticky note on my door. Well, my partner probably did that. Are you interested in selling your house? Well, kinda. And then you get in the conversation. If you want to learn more about how to turn that conversation into a contract, just go to freewholesaling.com or free wholesaling course.
One of the best strategies you can do for maximizing your return on time are digital Bandit signs. And that's right. That means you are going to go online, you go into social media groups like a Facebook group, and you are going to use groups that you already utilize. Meaning if you're in a dog lovers club, you've been in there posting on it. The idea is you've already gained trust, people know you, and you are not considered a spammer. Once you do that, you can go into ChatGPT, make a cute little graphic with like you and your dog, or have your dog t-shirt says, you know, we buy houses for cash. You just go in and make comments on there. So when you're making a post about someone's dog or maybe your dog, you simply say, listen, not only do I love dogs, I help people out with problematic houses. We buy them for cash. Let me know if I can help you out. The reason you do this is because you've already gained trust. And if you have rapport, which is hard to get online, this works out phenomenal. Now, it's going to cost you some time, but it's not going to cost you any money. Don't go out and join groups and post 2 minutes later. That's nothing more than spamming. Utilize the groups you already have an organic following or an organic connection and utilize those, and then go ahead and plant seeds for future groups. And then a month or two down the road, you can go ahead and post on theirs. Listen, people like to do business with people that have the same interests and hobbies as yourself. Go ahead and take advantage of this, guys. It's free. And if you utilize it, you should get plenty of motivated sellers. And what better way to do it than to do it for free?
So obviously I'd love to tell you, be a man, work 100 hours, grind like crazy. And that's how you become successful. And yeah, I mean, you can do that. That is an option. But a lot of you guys getting into wholesaling, you have kids, you have jobs, you have 2 or 3 jobs. Like what? It's a little more complicated than that. So talking about your best return on time versus the average one where you hear from everyone or from us is just call a list, just text a list. And a lot of people think that this is the only thing they can do, when the honest truth is, yes, you can make a lot of money only calling or texting, but really, I think a lot of people just focus all in on calling and all in on texting, that they forget just posting digital bandit signs or going out here and putting sticky notes, or heck, even JV deals from our Discord, ZachDiscord.com, right? There's thousands and thousands of wholesalers in there you can work with. There's so many ways you can make a ton of money wholesaling real estate right now. So after focusing on doing digital bandit signs and a consistent schedule of putting sticky notes out, that's going to be the first base on making 100 grand. Now, I'm not telling you to be a crazy grinder, but that's our base, right? And that's where we're going to have the least amount of effort, to get the most amount of reward. Now, the next one, which is going to be our third type, is going to be what I call the grind method. Now, if you don't have the time for this, you don't have to, but if you want to increase your odds of success, I'm going to tell you to do a grind method.
So guys, the truth of the matter on the grind method is you're just going to have to suck it up, meaning you're going to have to just cold call one by one, or you're going to have to go in and do some manual texting between Google Voice, your digital phone number, whatever the platform is. I know it's not convenient, but you have to play with the cards you're dealt with, and you're just going to have to grind it out. So what would normally take 3 to 4 hours might take you 8 hours. Hey, it's part of the dues. Either you got to pay your way in with money, or you're going to pay your way in with time. And honestly, you're going to learn a heck of a lot more with time, and you're going to become more experienced in the journey of wholesaling. So embrace the grind. Don't dread it, because once you start to get some deals, you can get out of it and you can start allocating money to buy the tools to buy back your time. But in the beginning, you're going to have to give your time. You're going to have to be responsible for it. So embrace the grind. It's what's needed to be done.
So specifically on these quote grind lists, what you want to do is start from the top of the greatest ROT to the bottom. What I mean by this is when I call 100 of these lists, I want these group of 100 on this list to have the highest chance of success all the way going down the lowest. So if you go from the best, tippy top, best quality list, it's gonna be probates. And then you're gonna have code violations, government list. And then you get into the paid list that you can get from like X leads, like the high equities, tired landlords, vacants, absentee owners, things like that. Start on the top of the hardest list to get: probates, code violations, water shutoffs, fire damage properties, heck, even the liens, pre foreclosures. And then once you get through all the government lists, then you can start calling the paid list at X leads. This is completely attainable for you to do. If you have no money, if you want to find somebody's phone number, heck, just go to truepeoplesearch.com or cyberbackgroundchecks.com, and you'll be able to find their phone numbers pretty easy and pretty simple for free.
Now, I know me and Zach have said wholesaling, getting that first 100K is 100% in your control, but you have to understand one of the big variables that you do control that's going to have a big effect on your outcome is the market you choose. So choose your market wisely. What do I mean by that? Some of you are going to do it locally. A lot of you do it virtually. We recommend doing a combination of both. When you choose your market, you want to look at your average median price, and you want to look at your population. You want to stay at or below the average median price in your market. And a population, a healthy one, is 100K or more. Guys, the smaller the population, the harder it is to find regular cash buyers for it. So when you're going out and picking a market, because you're not going to do it in your backyard, choose the data wisely. Look at the population, look at the average median price, and look at the availability of cash buyers in there. Guys, the data won't lie to you. Look at the data. Don't make a wild guess. Make sure you pick a market where you're going to have the best success, because once you pick it, you're all in. You can change it, but make that choice wisely up front and choose a market where you can find consistent wholesale deals and get a regular return on it. Guys, and if you're struggling and pick out which market it is, go out there and search. Use the cheat code me and Zach give it to you. Get on other wholesaler buyers list. And when they brag about all these properties they post, reverse engineer, make sure they're actually buying these properties, putting them under contract. Look at the zip codes. And when you find gold in an area and you're on that cash buyers list, you can go and hunt in those markets. It's a great cheat code. Guys, picking out a market is going to have an impact on how fast you get that 100K, make sure you choose wisely.
So guys, 100K is easily attainable for success in wholesaling real estate. You need to be in the right market with the right script, the right lists, the right schedule, and most importantly, the right attitude. And when you have all that together with the correct motivation to push you, there's no way you can't succeed in this business. So start with a positive momentum that is going to lead you to your success, and then keep working your way up from there. So start talking to sellers. The more sellers you get, the more leads you get, the more leads, more appointments, more contracts, more deals, more money for wholesaling success. So if you're excited to get started wholesaling real estate and you want to learn everything for free in our free real estate wholesaling course, make sure you go to freewholesaling.com. We'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
Rick Ginn signing out.
Have a blessed one.
See you guys.